Heya people, Al here with episode 2 review of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2. At first we see a member of Curse Group Q finds himself in a desperate situation, begging Gojo to save him from a powerful cursed spirit. He tries to use the threat of his comrade Bayer to coerce Gojo into helping him. However, Gojo intervenes by sending Gojo a picture that indicates he has already defeated Bayer, rendering the threat empty. Meanwhile, Fushiguro is seen watching a boat competition, seemingly lazing around. When questioned by his comrade about his relaxed demeanor, Fushiguro reveals that he is patiently waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike at Gojo. He expresses his desire for someone else to weaken Gojo before he makes his move. As the story progresses, it is revealed that Fushiguro is a sorcerer killer and has a reputation for being terrible with money. Additionally, there are hints of a potential connection between Fushiguro and Megumi, suggesting some form of relation or shared background between the two characters. We know that Megumi's family name is Fushiguro, so it's kinda obvious that they both belong to the same family. If I had to take a guess, I'd say the guy is either Megumi's dad or elder brother. I found it more interesting that it seems like the guy is on par or even stronger than young Gojo. Then we see Gojo and Gojo contemplate whether they should take Rico, the star plasma vessel girl, to the hospital. However, Rico regains consciousness and immediately slaps Gojo, questioning if he is affiliated with the men who attacked her. Gojo tries to assure Rico that he is not associated with them, but she remains skeptical and insults him. The situation escalates when Rico's friend, Kurwa, arrives and witnesses the confrontation between the boys and Rico. Gojo takes the opportunity to explain his curse manipulation technique to the girls, while Gojo belittles Rico for her rude behavior. Undeterred, Rico boldly declares that she is Tenjin and insists that they should recognize her as Tenjin even after her assimilation with him in the future. The scene is filled with tension and conflicting perspectives on Rico's identity and significance. It's kinda sad to see how Rico just accepted her fate without any issues. It just goes to show how lonely she feels. Also, it was hilarious seeing Gojo smacked by a girl for once. Next we see that despite Rico's disruptive behavior, Gojo and Gojo initially choose to ignore her and believe they won't feel remorseful if they send her away. However, Rico realizes that she is running late for school and insists that Gojo and Gojo accompany her there. Gojo contacts Masamichi, who informs him that they must comply with Rico's demands as it is what Tenjin desires. Gojo reminds Gojo of the inevitable outcome for Rico when she is assimilated and explains that it makes sense for Tenjin to want her to experience a pleasant life for the time being. Kurwa interjects and reveals that Rico does not have a family, as she tragically lost her parents in an accident when she was young. Kurwa has been taking care of Rico since then and pleads with Gojo and Gojo to allow Rico to enjoy her time with her friends before her assimilation takes place. This exchange sheds light on Rico's background and the importance of her finding joy and companionship in the limited time she has before her fate is sealed. The conflicting emotions and moral dilemmas faced by Gojo, Gojo, and Kurwa contribute to the complexity of the situation surrounding Rico and Tenjin. This part again makes me question this Tenjin guy's motives. I mean, if he is so powerful, then why doesn't he look for another solution rather than maintaining this weird vessel cycle? Moving on, we see Gojo urges Gojo to go to Rico's side as two of the cursed spirits that he had sent after her were exorcised. The trio quickly makes their way to Rico's school, where Kurwa informs them that Rico could be in either the music room or the chapel. Gojo heads towards the chapel, Kurwa takes charge of the music room, and Gojo explores the other vacant areas of the school in search of Rico. Meanwhile, Fushiguro engages in a phone conversation with his comrade, discussing his plan regarding Rico. During their conversation, it is revealed that the Star Religious Group has paid Fushiguro a significant sum of 30 million yen as a bounty for capturing Rico. However, there is an additional stipulation: if Rico dies, the deposited amount will disappear, leaving Fushiguro without the full reward he was promised. This revelation adds a layer of urgency and consequence to Fushiguro's involvement in the situation. So it seems Fushiguro is in dire need of money for something, and that's strange because his family is fairly wealthy. We see Fushiguro acknowledge that it would be challenging to kill the star plasma vessel with Gojo formidable powers nearby. He is unsure if he can defeat Gojo himself, but decides to let his allies weaken Gojo and the others before making his move. However, something unsettles Fushiguro, prompting him to change his plans and intervene in their mission. Leaving the restaurant where he was, Fushiguro heads out to join the ongoing encounter. Meanwhile, Geto encounters an enemy and engages in a grueling and intense battle. During the fight, he catches a glimpse of the enemy's past through a brief flashback. With his skill and strength, Geto swiftly defeats his opponent and queries where his allegiance lies. In the chapel, Gojo finds Rico and her friends. The girls become enamored with Gojo's appearance, and he indulges their infatuation. Their instructor reprimands them but secretly gives Gojo her phone number. Gojo pulls Rico aside, and together they make their way towards Jujutsu High. Kurwa encounters another enemy and, with Geto's assistance, manages to defeat him. The pair then decide to follow Gojo to Jujutsu High. Geto shares the information he obtained from the defeated enemy with Gojo. Simultaneously, the enemy that had escaped from their earlier encounter prepares to confront Gojo once again, setting the stage for another intense battle. It's pretty clear that Fushiguro has a solid plan to restrain Gojo, although I'm not sure how much it will work out. Also, the comedy scenes of Jujutsu Kaisen are as funny as ever. At the end, Geto reveals to Gojo that someone has placed a significant bounty of 30 million on Rico's head through an underground cursed website. He informs Gojo that these individuals have until 11 a.m. the following day to fulfill their mission. As Gojo engages in battle against the enemies that his companions were facing, he playfully toys with his opponent, showcasing his skills and techniques. However, amidst the fight, Rico interrupts and informs Gojo that Kurwa has been captured by an unknown party. The revelation adds a sense of urgency and danger to the situation, as Gojo realizes the immediate need to rescue their comrade. The intense battle continues as Gojo now faces the additional pressure of saving Kurwa and ensuring the safety of their group. The ending got me hyped for the next episode because someone who can stall Geto must be quite strong. Overall, it was a good episode with some hilarious comedy scenes. Also, I really liked most of the new characters that were introduced in this episode. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. If you like my video and want to see me make more, then hit the like button and subscribe. If you want to say something, then leave a comment. You can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram or check out my Facebook page. Links are given in the description. Until then, see ya.